humanitarian aid going into Gaza, and they killed at least 16 international activists who were bringing this aid in. So we're here today protesting this because this was a crime on international waters and it's a crime against humanity, and we can't let this happen when our tax dollars are going to fund the Israeli military and the Israeli Navy. So we're here to speak against that and to speak against Israel's crimes because they should be held accountable for what they're doing.
Just support, man. Just solidarity. What happened last night, can't put it into words, man. I don't even know how I feel. It's too much, man.
Because as a Jew, I feel when I got an email that was sent out at 3:45 this morning about the horrific attack by Israel on the Gaza Flotilla, and I was sickened, and I knew that I had to be here. I am at a loss for words as to what this atrocity evokes in me. That any of these actions by the Israeli government against the Palestinian people and the encirclement and strangulation of the Gaza, the attack and the demolition of Lebanon a few years ago, and now today this, I can only call it an atrocity. I'm at a loss for words, and I knew that whatever I was supposed to do today was meaningless and that I had to be here, especially as a Jew.
We're here to protest the Israeli attack on the humanitarian aid convoy that was headed to Gaza last night. We're here to protest both the loss of life, the estimate is that 19 people have been killed, but also we're here to protest the blockade. It's been ruled more than 15 times by the UN Commission on Human Rights to be illegal. So we're both there for the immediate cause of rejecting and condemning the attack, but also to demand that the blockade end.
What happened last night, then they can get away with anything. It's like, it's got to stop. Palestine has to be free, and people are there's a lot of really great nonviolent actions that are going on in defense of Palestinian rights, and nonviolence can only work if it has a lot of support. Otherwise, what do you want people to do? You know, it's like, if we have to support these actions, and when Israel uses nothing but violence against nonviolent protesters, that's got to stop, and the only way it can stop is by people taking action and drawing attention to what's happening.
My name's Eddie Pages. I'm with the Answer Coalition. We're out here today because last night Israel decided to start, Israel did a raid against the flotilla on its way to Gaza to deliver aid to the Palestinian people. Israel continues to commit crimes against the people of Palestine, and now even against international aid workers. It is criminal what Israel is doing. That's what we're out here condemning. Our government should be out here with us condemning Israel's actions, but they choose to stand with them. We will not stand for this any longer, and that's why we're out here today.
Convoy was attacked and a lot of people got killed. I mean, a significant amount of people, and it's not even about that. Just the fact that Israel would go and attack an aid convoy in international waters is a big deal. And I think that's the majority of the reason why we're all here today. That the fact is
last night, and I see that this is a turning point in the sense that, you know, as before, when, you know, Israel would just mystify the issue so easily, now they're having much more trouble. Even now, you know, the world, even those who support Israel feel that, you know, somewhat there was no excuse for what they did. You know, we're out here showing solidarity for those not only in the boats but also in Gaza, you know, who have been suffering, you know, for time immemorial. You know, since, you know, like every time I think the media they only have like a two week span of what's been happening. Right, you know, Hamas did this and Israel had to do that. You know, but it stems, they ignore the underlying issues, you know, of refugees, of suffering, of an apartheid condition. And, you know, we're always bringing awareness to that as well. And it's just that, you know, we're tired. You know, if you're tired of something, you go out in the street and make a change. You don't just stay home and complain about it. That's why we're out here today.
What school are you in?
I came down here in order to show my solidarity with the brave people who are fighting for Gaza's freedom, independence, and above all, their survival. They're being horribly oppressed by the Israeli occupation to the point of hunger, starvation, and terrible things are happening. And now they kill the humanitarian aid workers who go there to help them out. This is ethnic cleansing of the worst kind, and that is something that we in the United States have to recognize and pull back all the money that we've been giving to the Israeli state all this time.
I think like all the other people, we're standing with the people of Gaza, we're standing with the people on the boats, with the deceased, with the wounded. I think people are just shocked, they're outraged. Every time we say never again, it's not going to happen again, and Israel keeps going further and further and further down an abyss of apartheid, of occupation, and of straight up murder. One by one, people were shot. Unarmed civilians on boats were murdered. And you can see the bloody stretchers on the news. Hopefully the U.S. media will cover it. I'm not optimistic, but hopefully we can get our voices out there and have people stand with the people of Palestine, with Gaza, with the West Bank, with East Jerusalem, with the people living under apartheid and inside of Israel. Enough is enough. Now's the time to act. Boycott, divestment, and sanctions. Enough is enough.